Back again. YOE Facts. Young living every day. Delivering them facts. For sure. Listen, y'all, man. Today, I'm going to talk about um a woman. A woman's body count. Does a woman body count matter? Well, um, it's one of those situations that's kind of like tricky when it, in my opinion. Does it matter? Yeah, it matters. However, we will never actually know a woman's body count. Most girls gonna lie, and then I mean, say they are telling you the truth, you probably won't believe them anyway. Unless they say a body count that's extremely high. So in actual reality, you will never know. So that's not nothing I actually worry about, and think about because you won't know. You can't say, "Oh well, well, my girl ain't like that. She's a real good girl. She's a loyal chick. She didn't turn down guys. I know she ain't been out there like that." Man, that don't mean nothing. It's just so many variables with that. That doesn't mean anything. Just because she's loyal to you doesn't mean she has a high body count. Maybe you bring something to the table that she just gravitate towards. Whether it's a combination of your game, the way you look, your leadership, your masculinity, height, genes, whatever. Maybe a combination of all, maybe a few of those things, right? Maybe those are reasons. It's just something about you that she really likes. She have a high level of interest and attraction for you, and she get with your program. That don't necessarily mean that she have a low body count. But even when we talking about body counts, there's so many different variables because mass majority of women got bodies. Nowadays the young girls, they running laps around the newer women and the man period. As far as body counts, like I said, these young girls are racking up mileage like by the hour, by the second. They just are. Um, but I will say this. Even like let's just be hypothetical. Like let's just say hypothetically, she was she said she had five bodies, right? Now a girl can say she got five bodies. The next girl might have 40 bodies, right? But check this out. Maybe the other girl got 40 bodies and she 39 years old. You're like, damn, that's a lot of bodies. But go figure, she 39. Let's say she started having sex at 14 years old. That's about 25 years of sex. Unless she's in a woman's in a long-term relationship or marriage where they were faithful, they're probably gonna have a high body count by the age of 39. Not saying guys should be talking to women that are 39 years old, you know, this is not my age preference is that's a personal thing. You obviously want to get the youngest beautiful girl you can get, but obviously sometimes somebody might come across somebody that's 39 and might add more than enough value to his life, whatever. But what I'm saying is at that age the body count is going to be extremely high mass majority of the time unless she was in a long-term marriage or relationship. It's going to be high. And even these young girls, like I said, they have high body counts. But let's get back to the 5 and the 40, right? Would you rather a female have 40 bodies, or would you rather a girl have 5 bodies, but the 5 bodies she caught was a combination of her ex-boyfriend's cousin, his friend, and his brother. So she caught 3 of those 5 of fucking her ex-boyfriend's family member and friends, right? And then the other 2 was a train ran on her. Maybe she got a low body, right? But she caught 3 bodies off of his friend, his cousin, right, and him. And then the other 2 was a train ran on her. But the other woman got 40 guys she slept with over the course of years or over the course of time, right? Who's really the hoe? I would say both, right? But the girl who slept with the cousin, the friend, the brother, and him, well, that would be more than 5. Well, let's say 6, right? And then she got a train ran on her. That's a full blown whore. The other woman's she just had sex with a whole bunch of guys, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's all variables in this thing, but we would never know the truth for real. They're not gonna tell you. They're gonna always lie because they know their body count is attached to their value as a woman. They ain't gonna tell you that. You're gonna hear numbers like 3, 4, 5, or 7. Shit like that. You're gonna hear low numbers. But that's just what it is. So we can't go over here, man. If a girl body count is high, I ain't mess with her. You ain't never gonna know. And I'm not gonna sit around here and drive myself crazy trying to think about something that you will never know the truth to. Long as she ain't had sex with a whole bunch of people that you're around, friends, family, people in your social circle or guys you do business with, it shouldn't even freaking matter, man. That's just the truth. Now, if it's obvious, if she has sex with a numerous amount of men, and then she have habits that are congruent to what she's done, then yeah, that's obviously a girl you don't want to take serious. Now, say she didn't have sex with a whole bunch of guys, and then she just walking around and she just real loose, and she drinking all the time. She always partying. Yeah, you don't want to take nobody serious like that. However, now say she had a lot high body counting, but when she been with you, you know what I'm saying? She's been cooperative. She's been feminine. She's been loyal. She's been peaceful, you know, and she's adding other value in your life, doing whatever it is you need her to do or want her to do on a day-to-day basis, right? Then it shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, she loyal to you, right? She feminine, she cooperative, provide peace. Hey, you don't know the truth anyway. So she getting with your program. But don't go in it thinking that she ain't like that or she never was like that. I think that's where guys go wrong a lot of times because they think woman couldn't have been a dirty whore, or couldn't have never had a lot of bodies, and then they be surprised about things. You know what I'm saying? It like I said, me personally, it ain't that I don't care, but I will never know the truth, so I don't care. That's the reason. It is what it is. Now it'll be a different story. I watched this thing, right? It was I don't know if that's supposed to be a podcast or a dating thing, but they was doing it's like grilling or something. It like take place in like England. And the one guy came on there, his name is Andrew Tate, and he said something that was really, really alarmed to me. He said if women put their body counts on their foreheads, all this to change. Facts. It will. I agree with him 100%. That'll stop a lot of promiscuous behavior. Um, because women would know that every little thing that they're doing is gonna be seen. They'll know. The more guys you sleep with, guess what? That number on your forehead keep increasing. Men will know the truth about their promiscuous past, and that would be a firm decision on whether or not they'll be able to finesse. Because a lot of guys is like being saps, icy blue pill beta saps for these girls. So they knew that these girls had the number 129 on her forehead. You see what I'm saying? That could change a lot of their minds. I'm not saying all. It could change the percentage of their mind. Like this girl is for the streets. But that's hypothetically say you can see the body count on her forehead, right? But in this case, in real life, you can't. You just won't never know the truth. So that's just not nothing you worried about. I think the main thing is, most importantly, is do she have characteristics that embodies thought behavior in a relationship, or whether you getting to know her. Does she party a lot? Is she drinking a lot? Is she on drugs? You see what I'm saying? What kind of medication she on? What was her upbringing? What kind of girls she hang around, and what are those girls like? You see what I'm saying? What does she like to do? A lot of these things can, not tell the body count, but the type of person she is, her character. You see what I'm saying? Does she want to be in confinement of a relationship, but she still want to go out and exercise the right to be single? That's a woman who's more likely to have a promiscuous past or want to be promiscuous. That's a bad bet. You gotta stay away from that. You see what I'm saying? But those are things that they don't determine her body count. You still don't know her body count just because of that. You can't determine her body count off of that. But long as, like I said, she's loyal, she's cooperative, she's feminine, she's providing peace in your life, go from there. But still vet her. Like I said before, you absolutely vet her, take her to the ringer because you need to see all them different variables of her. You need to see her happy, mad, upset, emotional, depressed, hungry, frustrated, horny. Yeah, you need to see all them different angles because you need to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. That's what that's a part of the vetting process because that'll help because when that mask is on. But I'm detouring a little bit, but back to the body count. You see what I'm saying? We just won't ever know. We won't know. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play that clip with Andrew Tate on that show where he was talking about it. Because I want y'all to actually see. Yep. Now watch this. I'm gonna take y'all right to where it was, where he is at. And this around the point is this around the point where it gets serious. Just pay close attention because he's speaking straight facts. And just watch her reaction to it. She's gonna be triggered, but it's the truth, man. And I agree with 100% everything he said. Like I just said, now watch.
Know deep down that female promiscuity is disgusting, it's revolting. So the whole idea of a female wanting to sleep with more than one man at a time is haram. And they know it inside of their souls, inside of their hearts.
I don't think so.
Yes, they do. As does a man. No. Whereas a man, if he sleeps with a bunch of chicks, doesn't matter. Who cares?
So would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50 men? I'm a high value woman, right? You said it yourself.
How can you be high value if 50 men have slept with you?
What if I've just been single for a long time?
No, unacceptable. Haram.
Why is it unacceptable?
Haram. A body count.
I agree with that because if a woman is beautiful and she been single that long, over 50 men, you couldn't find a man that you couldn't lock down a good man that's gonna give you protection and security after 50 bodies, somewhere in between. Definitely is a personal issue. Definitely can't be high value as a female if you can't lock down a high value guy. So no, you're not. At that point, you're just sleeping around with dudes and you just don't add enough value for them to keep you around. Because we all know men is different. I don't care how much of a player a dude is. I don't care how much of a player he is. Like I said, I don't care how many women he got. I don't care how much money he make. When a woman is beautiful, she bring femininity, cooperation, and peace. He gonna keep her around. So if she's beautiful and she done slept with over 50 men, this is a very attractive female, slept with over 50 men, and you can't tend to keep a man around, that's a personal issue. Then clearly you're not a high value woman. So I agree.
Is probably the number one most easiest way to judge the value of a female.
Listen to what he about to say, y'all. It's about to get real.
I actually think that no. I'm going to say this. I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
Facts.
Because it would prevent all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what? There's like a lot.
And women would be like, to be with me as a man, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop fucking these idiots and stop being idiots. And all the idiocy would disappear. All the degeneracy would disappear. Families would return. Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads.
That's the truth, man. It's so true. Everything he's saying is facts. Straight up, man. The world will completely change. Because the thing is, girls go out, sleep with all these different guys because they know that they can go finesse, manipulate a guy that don't know no better, that don't understand women nature, and then burn up all their years. Let me rewind it. Go out, sleep with these different men, and then guess what? Go manipulate another guy, make him and package it up and make her act innocent, package it up and make him believe that she this person that's a good Samaritan of society. And it's only allowed to be able to happen is because guess what? Nobody knows their body count. Now, if dudes really knew a female's body count, like he said, it would change a lot of things. So they'll go out, burn up all their youthful years, hop on the carousel, fuck all these different guys. Oh, I'm in my 30s. Beauty getting away. Let me go get something serious before it's too late. And that's what they do. And then I'm gonna go get something. They'll say, let me go get something serious before it's too late. Then package up themselves, market themselves as some sweet, feminine, cooperative woman that just love him and just all about him. And he just thinking oh yeah, she's all about me, but he don't know she done took more back shots than the motherfucking OnlyFans model. You see what I'm saying? So that's the real truth though. Listen to a little bit more.
We could fix everything.
That attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not minimize any problems. Men like you are the problem, Andrew. Women.
That would definitely minimize problems. Men like him, the problem. See, you know this, right? I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Now watch this.
And all the idiocy would disappear, all the degeneracy would disappear, families would return, virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
That attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not minimize any problems. Men like you are the problem, Andrew.
You see that look at her face? She triggered. Now clearly she slept with a lot of dudes, right? Because let's be honest. Say a female got a low body count and they know they ain't fucked a lot of dudes, they wouldn't be offended by that. Even when you watch certain podcasts, right? You watch a Fresh and Fit podcast and look at the girls on the panel. I'm not saying all of them necessarily mean they got a low body count, but the females who do got a low body count, do they get triggered by those statements? It's mainly always the girls who got the highest amount of body count who get upset about it. Look at that look on her face. She's triggered. She's upset because she's one of those girls who slept with quite a bit of men. It wouldn't change anything. Yes, it would change a lot because girls will stop lying and female will have to live in a more fact-based reality. They wouldn't be able to market themselves as some good Samaritan to guys who don't understand women nature. You see what I'm saying? They would really have to go in and be more transparent. Your body count is right on your forehead. So if girls knew that every time they go out and do some dirt, that guess what? The evidence was going to be right on their forehead. That would prevent them from making a lot of bad decisions they make. Would there still be promiscuous women out? Sure. But the large amount of promiscuous women will definitely decrease 100%. Yeah, because they'll be more prone to be like, they'll think about it. I don't want to act like he said, I don't want to add that extra body to my record. Yeah, because when they want the top tier guy, they're going to understand that that's going to come with it. The beauty, you're looking at him trying to package it up to him. And he looking at your forehead and see 149 on there. He ain't going to take you serious. He know you acting because clearly you went out here and fucked a whole lot of guys. So you can't be who you say you is. That's the truth. That's hypothetically say you can see the body count, but in the actual reality, we can't see it. We don't know. So that's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck because I don't know. I just look at how she treat me. You know, feminine, cooperative, peaceful, loyal. You see what I'm saying? And then add other value in places I need. As long as she's doing what I want her to do, cool. You know, great in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Fit, beautiful. Absolutely, yeah. She bringing those qualities to the table that I like, I look for. It's cool. I ain't asking about no body counts because we not gonna never know the truth and they gonna lie. She damn sure gonna lie to me. I already know. So that's why it's no point of asking. But to be on a topic hypothetically, yeah, this would change a lot. And she lying somebody would not change. And look how triggered she is. I just want to rewind it one more time.
Women, I myself am one of them. I'm sick of men.
Look at her.
Why is it unacceptable?
Oh, wow. A body count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge.
Look how triggered she is.
I actually think that 19. No. I'm going to say this.
Look at it.
I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent
See her face?
all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what? There's like a lot
And
of
women would be like, to be with me as a man, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop.
See, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You got to be a good man. They will stop fucking with idiots. Translation, they'll stop messing around with these Pookie and Ray Rays out here in the game. They'll start getting some of these damn Stanleys and Jonathans. Yeah. Because guess what? Stanley and Jonathan to know the truth about you. They ain't see now they can lie and go out and do what they want to do and mess with the Pookies and Ray Ray and burn up their youth. And then Jonathan and Stanley don't even know because he don't really understand woman nature. And guess what? He don't really know her body count, so he can't judge her. So when she come to him, she gonna go ahead, rebrand herself, package it up and market herself as this good Samaritan woman that's all about Jonathan and Stanley. But he don't know she just acting that way because she really burnt all her youth up and she not in her prime no more, so she can't get the guy she wants, so she's settling for him. But see, if Jonathan and Stanley knew what her body count was on her fucking forehead, then guess what? He'll reconsider his decision to give her commitment or marriage. This is the truth, man. That man right there, he's speaking facts, man. Shout out to Andrew Tate, man. He's speaking facts right now. 100%, man. That'll change the game.
These idiots and stop being idiots, and all the idiocy would disappear, all the degeneracy would disappear.
Facts.
Families would return.
Facts.
Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole
Facts.
life and being proud of it.
Facts.
Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
that attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count.
That attitude ain't disgusting. That attitude is facts. Look at her face. Look how little her eyes get. She damn near like she fucking Filipina now. She look like a little Filipina. Look how little her eyes got. That's how disgusted she is by that statement. It's the truth. Anytime they trigger, look, that's one of them girls right there who done slept with quite a bit of guys. Because guess what? If her body count was low, she wouldn't give a fuck about what he was saying. It wouldn't offend her at all. Look at her.
Would not like minimize any problems. Men like you
Look at her. She is triggered.
are the problem, Andrew.
She triggered his facts, man. It would change a lot. Yes, it would. He's speaking facts. I think that's probably the realest thing I heard this year, man. And I heard some good things. This is the realest statement that I've heard this year. That is a fact.
Women, I myself am one of them. I'm sick of men that have this really disgusting outlook on women, policing women's bodies.
Oh, here we go. See, look. Now she want to start deflecting. Now it's time to start shooting back at him to deflect. That's what they do. See, when you get them in a position and you hold them accountable for their bad decisions, then their next thing to do is start deflecting and start trying to do what? Attack you to remove themselves from being under heat. Oh man, should stop policing women's bodies. We ain't policing y'all bodies, man. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but just don't expect us to take you serious when you out here fucking everybody we know and everybody we've been around. Listen, I understand girls go out and they got high body counts, right? I don't like body count. I don't know body counts. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But one thing for sure is, it's one thing to have a body count, and it's another thing to go out and display and participate in these bad girl behaviors that make it clearly obvious that you have that. She might have a high body, but maybe she's not out here branding herself that way, right? Whatever. But say you got the high body count, and then you have characteristics that shows your body count: partying, drinking, days, night out, girls, trips to Vegas, all these other things that put you in compromising positions that are conducive to what? Cheating. Girls go on these girl trips, they go out there, they be fucking around on their husbands, boyfriends. Boyfriend don't know nothing about it. Come home, act like nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? And it's a combination of being around these girls who are bad influences. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch the girls that these girls hang around, man. Girls listen to women. Girls take advice and follow horrible women. There's very few girls out here who go out here have great friends that are great women, who are married, who are faithful, who don't go to clubs. Those are good friends to have as a woman. somebody who is in a healthy, successful relationship or marriage with a man that they respect and admire, and they don't go out and participate in these environments that are conducive to cheating and bad girl behavior. Them the women that they should be around. But see, she's mad talking about policing bodies. That's a deflecting. That's a moment where she's deflecting because she don't want to acknowledge the truth. That's what they do when you put them in the hot seat and you call them out and you hold them accountable. Deflection comes with attack. Words. You tell a girl something like that, yeah, that would change the world. Woman body count, you know what I'm saying? Women got numbers on their forehead. That would change. If women had body count was on their forehead, that would change the game. Women would be more likely to be non-promiscuous. They're more likely to be with one guy, you know, and be happy with it. Then when she come and say, this is disgusting. No, men are policing our bodies and blah, blah, blah. You know, see, that's all deflection because they're angry because they cannot be held accountable for their bad decisions. They don't want to feel. They know it's bad. And anytime you hold them accountable and they got to feel the wrath of the bad decision they make, and it come with deflection. That's when she started attacking your character to throw you off guard, move the goalposts. So the conversation is no longer about her body, policing their bodies. We ain't policing your bodies. Do whatever you want to do, but we just won't take you serious when you have characteristics that are conducive to cheating, bad girl behavior, and thought and slut behavior. That's it. We don't know the body count, but just don't listen. As a female, say they got a high body count. One thing they should not do is have characteristics that show it. Don't make it obvious. Damn. If you fucked a lot of guys, guess what? You fucked a lot of guys. Make sure it ain't a whole bunch of dudes he know, his friends, people he hang around and shake hands with every, you know, in the world that he's in, the industry he's in. That's it. You might have had yo guys you had sex with, whatever. We don't know. We ain't never gonna know, y'all. Don't worry about that. I mean, you just not gonna never know the truth about the body count. I spoke on that already. You see what I'm saying? You just not gonna know. But just she can't have those characteristics that embodies her body count. Yeah, like no, we're not gonna deal with that. We're not gonna deal with girls who are going to show behavior that's bad girl behavior, that's thought behavior. You know, a woman who constantly need attention. How you got a husband? How you got a man that you say you love, respect, and admire, but yet you still posting naked pictures of yourself online? You still want to go out to the club and wear tight outfits. You still want to go to these girls' trips out of town. You're constantly looking for attention. If she has a man already, a husband already, she should not need attention from nowhere else. If this is a man you love, respect, and admire, you don't need no more attention. So why are you still looking for attention? That's another female you got to stay away from, man. Girls who are thirsty for attention, who are attention whores. They need it. They need more and more validation. They're extremely attention vampires is what I call. They drain energy, validation, attention out of different men. Those are the type of women you got to stay away from. Say you heard the one that's supposed to be for her, the love, the man she respect and admire. She don't need nobody else. You see what I'm saying? So this woman right here is deflecting. That's all it is. It's deflection. Pay attention.
Listen, if I want to sleep with this many people, I can and I will. Yeah, but what you're not getting is...
See, if I want to sleep with those people, I can, I will. Cool. You can sleep with whoever you want, but then you will never be able to be with the man that you want to be with. That's a consequence of your decision making. You could do whatever you want to do. We're not policing y'all bodies. We're not closing the door, trapping y'all. Do what you want, but you won't get commitment from us. That's all we're saying. Recreational use only.
There's this whole hyper toxic independent.
See, listen, hold on.
Shoots a girl she doesn't like. You know, the first thing she does, she says she's a. You know why? Because they know deep down that female promiscuity is.
Hold on, I'm running this a little bit. Watch this, dog.
If
watch how she started deflecting when he
females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent. Because it would prevent.
Look how triggered she got. Watch
like,
this. You know, watch this, y'all. Watch how triggered she got. She started looking like a Philippine. Her eyes got so little. She was so.
The idea of a female wanting to sleep with more than one man at a time is haram. And they know it inside of their souls, inside of their hearts.
Facts.
As yes, they do. As does a man. No. Whereas a man, if he sleeps with a bunch of chicks, doesn't matter. Who cares?
So
who cares? Because guess what? If you in a relationship and you go out and fuck somebody else, if she in a relationship, she go out and have sex with another man, and guess what? the sex better than what she getting from you? You think she got the ability to come back home, still love you, respect you, admire you, still cook for you, be cooperative? No. Most girls don't have the ability to go out, get great sex from another man, a Pookie, Ray Ray, a Tyrone, and Chad, while she with you. Imagine she with you, right? The sex rate. She go out there and have sex with one of these guys. He got her busting 10, 15 fucking times. Maybe you had her busting 7 or 8. That was cool. But once you start getting 15, guess what? Your 78 is now mediocre. Now she don't have the ability. Now she lost respect for you. Think she gonna have the ability to come back home, still love you, still have respect, admiration for you, still cook for you, and still want to fuck you, be excited to have sex with you? No, she not. And that's the thing. They don't have the ability to go out there and be, have sex with other guys and still come back home and still have that same respect and admiration for you. They do not. And then also, if they went out and did it, guess what happened? They had to build some mental, some emotional bond with the guy. So guess what? Once you build a mental and emotional bond with a man outside of a relationship or marriage, guess what? It's already over. She already lost respect for you. And then she had sex with him. Oh, shit. Tapping them sugar walls. Guess what? It's a wrap. You come back home, now all of a sudden she holding out. Lazy dick sucks. Oh, she don't feel like having sex tonight. She tired. All this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's where it starts. Making your food tastes all lousy, don't taste the same, half done. You see what I'm saying? They don't have the ability to still be a full-fledged, respectful, loyal, feminine, cooperative woman after going out and having experience with another man. Meanwhile, as a guy, you can go out there, and I'm not saying this for the guys who genuinely want to exercise options. You can go out there, sleep with other women, fuck them. Pussy might be great, but guess what? Still come back home, love your woman, respect her, and guess what? Be willing to die for her. That's the difference. We can still go out and do that, and guess what? Come back home and still be willing to love our woman, respect our woman, be willing to die for them, and protect them. They don't have the ability to go out there, do what they do, and come back and still be the same kind of wife they was before. That's the difference, man. They're not biologically built to go out and have sex with a whole bunch of guys. It ruins the ability to be able to pair bond with one man a lot of times. That's what I'm saying. Now watch this. Just listen.
Would you be with me if I had slept with over 50 men? I'm a high value woman, right? You said it yourself.
How can you be high value if 50 men have slept with you?
What if I've just been single for a long time?
No, unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable?
A body count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge the value of a female. I actually think that 19... No. I'm going to say this.
I agree. It is the #1 way to judge them, but the problem is we don't never know the truth. That's why we can't really have that kind of judgment on them. We don't really know how many men that they slept with, how many people they have had sex with. So that's the reason why we really can't use a body count to judge them, because we don't know. Most girls gonna lie, like I said. They're going to lie. You're not going to know. So there's no point in driving yourself crazy about something that you'll never know. So you just go by certain ways that she is, characteristics. Not saying that means that she has a low body count, but guess what? That means that she's faithful, she's cooperative, she's feminine. You know what I'm saying? She get with your program, she add peace. And then say she bringing that to the table and she ain't had sex with a whole bunch of guys, that she ain't had sex with your homeboys or people around you that you're doing business with, and she ain't embarrassed you, then it is what it is.
I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large,
it's true.
I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
Facts.
Because it would
Look at her face though. Look at her face when he said it though. Hold up. She looked like a Philippine when he said that. You see how little them eyes got? Watch this.
Because it would.
Look at them eyes. She is triggered. This one, listen, this one, a woman has slept with a lot of men. This one, a woman has slept with a lot of men. You see that look on her face? She started looking like an Asian after he said that. She is triggered. That's when you know, because guess what? That body count was low. She wouldn't have cared about that statement. She can't agree with it because guess what? She one of the ones. She slept with some guys. You could tell. Look, watch.
Because it would prevent all of the
Look, she's so triggered now. She's not even listening no more. Look, she's mad. Look how she looking at me.
disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what? There's like a lot
And
of-
women would be like, to be with me as a man, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop fucking these idiots and stop being idiots. And all the idiocy would disappear. All the degeneracy would disappear.
Facts.
Families would return.
Facts.
Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
that attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not.
Yes, it is about women's body count. Say hypothetically we knew that it would be a thing. It's not a thing now because men know that we can't really tell. We will never know. But say we could actually know your body counts, it would be a thing.
Like minimize any problems. Men like you.
It definitely would minimize problems. A lot of promiscuity leads to what with women? Depression, suicidal thoughts. Y'all know when y'all go out and sleep with all them guys, how bad it is. Y'all know how degrading it is. Y'all know how embarrassing it is. That's why you don't tell your friends about half the things you do, because you know it's embarrassing. That's why sometimes when some of these girls go out, they don't leave with dudes. A girl could listen. If you're a regular dude, right, and you smooth, you got game, you in the spot, right? She might be very attracted to you, and she might not go home with you when she with her friends, because guess what? She don't want her friends to judge her. She might get your number, or she might get easily influenced by them and just don't talk to you because she don't want her friends to see her leave with you. Now, there are a percentage of girls who do end up leaving with the guy, for sure. But there's also a percentage. Let me scale back. It's a percentage of girls who do end up leaving with the guy, even though the friends are there. But it's also that other percentage of women who don't leave because they know that they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be embarrassed by leaving with a guy. They don't want their friends to see them as a whore. They don't want them friends to see them as leaving the spot, going to hook up with a guy because they know that they're going to talk about them. So they won't do it. You see what I'm saying? All the high body counts and sleep with all this, man, what does that lead to a lot of time? Mental problems, depression. They're not built for that. But mass majority of guys, mass majority of dudes, you think a fat dude right now who got in shape, and then all these beautiful women came around and he slept with a whole bunch of girls, you think he would be depressed? No. If anything, he'll feel more free. A lot of these guys got a lot of anger and tension built up in them. They need to get their nutsack empty too. All that anger and aggression for no apparent reason. Yeah, give him one good dick suck and have him shoot off like a rocket. That might change the way he act. So nah, men and women are different. Men get loads of sex, man, ain't gonna be out here mad and frustrated and depressed. Oh, I'm getting too much sex. I think I'm gonna kill myself. No, not a guy. Guy not gonna do that. He's not gonna have no self-deletion going on if you have not promiscuous, but if you have sex with a whole bunch of women. Women, on the other hand, a lot of times they have sex with a whole bunch of guys. Guess what it leads to? Depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, man. Real stuff. Look at the statistics on women that are depressed, man. I'm telling you, promiscuity leads you down a deep, dark path. Especially when they go out there and do it, and then the kind of man they want don't want them, and they stuck in a hard place. Oh, yeah, they're depressed. Oh, that's a bad place for a woman. Just listen to her. Look how triggered she is. Watch, listen.
You are the problem, Andrew. Women, I myself am one of them. I'm sick of men that have this really disgusting outlook on women, policing women's bodies. Listen, if I want to sleep with this many people, I can and I will. Yeah, but what you're not getting is there's this whole hyper, toxic, independent movement of women, right? We are doing things because it's kind of, now it's our choice, but it's kind of like by force in the sense of it's like we're so liberated because we're literally exhausted with men on their power trip, on their this. So it's like, oh, if you can do it, we can do it. But this is what
no, you cannot, though. That's the problem. You cannot do what we do. And that's what they think. Listen, I don't want to detour a lot, but a lot of them will say that guys make more money. They pay guys more money per hour than the guy. Now, I want to do the research because I want to look it up. But guess what? It's to the point now where it's an even playing field when it comes to funds. You know, you can't pay a guy more than you pay a woman per hour or cent, whatever the dollar percentage is, right? That can no longer happen. However, man choosing more dangerous jobs that, working a lot more hours, women don't. So that's why the guys are mostly out earning women, because they choosing the more dangerous jobs. How many women want to go out and be engineers? How many women want to be welders? You see what I'm saying? The jobs that's really paying some good money. Water welders, which is an extremely dangerous job, but very well paid. You see what I'm saying? They're not taking on those jobs. So that's why most majority of men are making more money. And most girls don't want to work the hours that men work. Men will go out and work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Girls don't want to work that many hours. They want to go on trips and go out and hang and kick it all the time. Especially young girls. They don't want to work at all, period. That's the truth, man. They just think they can do what we can, but you cannot do what we do to that level. They just cannot. You can't go out, sleep with a whole bunch of guys, and then still feel great about it. Now, is there a small percentage of girls who had the ability, the pair bonding fraction fucked out of them? Sure. But mass majority of girls, if they go out and sleep with a whole bunch of dudes, it's gonna lead to a dark road of depression. It's a fact, man. You're not men. Men and women are different.
So, but you men that think the way you think have created that.
Look, she's pointing. Look, she's triggered. She's triggered.
I understand your point. However, you're wrong. She thinks I'm arrogant. I'm being arrogant on purpose. I must admit, annoying her is kind of fun. I think that, you know what? I'm being so nice. I'm being so nice to you. I say I think instead of I know.
This is him being nice.
The answer is I know. I know. Females who sleep with lots of men, first things first, I don't think that women naturally, intrinsically want to do that. I think that's societal programming. Yeah. I think that women...
No, but I agree. This is what I'm saying to you. Like, there's things that you're saying, like, I don't disagree with certain things you're saying, but going back to my point, it's like by force. Like, it's to prove a point. It's like this power struggle. Like, I personally don't want to sit and sleep with loads of men. I don't care. Like,
to prove a point? You don't need to prove to us that you can sleep with a lot of men. We know that women get a lot of attention and have a lot of options. What point is you trying to prove? You're trying to prove a point that don't need to be proven. Men know that y'all have options. Listen, it's sad to say, y'all. Look at me. Attractive male. Got my own stuff. I'm doing all right for myself. But even me, still, with looks, height, physique, and going out grinding, still, guess what? Still wouldn't get as half the attention that a chubby girl would get online dating. Now, I'm not here to complain about it, but those are the facts. Even an overweight girl, a girl that's a 5, a girl that's a 4, get way more options than me. That's just the truth. Take a 5 or 4 or overweight chubby girl, still get way more options than I would. Now, the chubby girls and all the other stuff, that's a video too. We'll get there. Now, listen, like I said, that is the truth. So they don't have to prove to us how many guys they can sleep with. We don't. What are you trying to prove? Now, in the working field, you're trying to prove that y'all could outwork us and blah and all these other things. Can women go out and build businesses and get money? Sure. But guess what it comes with? Type A, assertive, dominant personality that men don't want. Like Rollo Tomasi said, you become the man that you want to be with when you go out and be a successful woman. All that aggressive, assertive, and control. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. They're already controlling. They want to be in control of everything, man. Girls are very controlling. Everything. They always want to exercise leverage. That's why they want commitment, relationships, and marriage from y'all, to try to get leverage back. Always want to be in control of things.
Good. We're getting somewhere. You see, God
proving that you can go out and fuck other guys. Like, you don't have to prove that to us. Y'all can go out and earn your own money. We don't need y'all to prove any of that. Successful guys that got their stuff on point don't care about a woman's money anyway. Let's get back to this body count, man.
Jesus, I'm getting her. Please, little by little. Got 2 hours left. Give me some time. I'll fix it.
No, but if I want to, then I'm going to.
Sorry,
but
Jay.
that's where
Sorry,
that's
I'm
where you
getting
need
there.
to.
No.
Yeah, okay. Listen, we understand that you have a choice. You can go sleep with who you want to sleep with. If you want to do that, go do that. But don't expect the kind of man that go out, fight tooth and nail to become and have the right to have girls who reserve their value. Don't expect him to overlook a woman who reserved her value, who adds value to his life. Don't expect him to overlook that girl and choose you because you want to be promiscuous. Go do what you want to do. Cool. We're not going to complain about it. We're just not going to give you our last name and commitment. Recreational use only. You have a choice. You got a choice to make.
By little, by little.
No, but genuinely, but that's what you need to
No,
understand.
you will
with
not.
this.
God will frown upon you. You can't do that.
And you.
What do you mean, and me? It doesn't say in the Bible I can't do that. Read the book. I can do whatever I want. I'm a man. Women can't do those things. It's disgusting.
Facts.
I can't believe you're poisoning the youth on YouTube.
Why
Facts.
is he shouting?
The idea that a woman can sleep with as many people as she wants just because she wants to is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Every man knows it and every woman knows it. Women should not do that. And the whole idea and the whole concept that females can adopt the promiscuity of males, because males have always been promiscuous.
But there's actually a lot of men that are like good, loyal men, just so you know.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Very few men are. The men that are loyal guys who wouldn't cheat is out of necessity because they don't have the choice to exercise the same option that you do as a woman. So yeah, if you want to if you will take an average guy making average money, average looking, average height, who don't have a lot of women, guess what? Cool. Most girls don't want him. And a girl like that is definitely not going to be with a dude like that. You see what I'm saying? The kind of men that they want have the leverage. They got the women. If women could be okay with being with average dudes that make average money, that's average looking, then they can get a man that's going to be faithful to them out of necessity. But the problem is they don't want those kind of dudes. So the guy you want, they waiting on this dude to make a whole bunch of money. That's a top tier guy, attractive, and got game to come around and choose you after going out having a promiscuous past. It's not going to happen. Then you want him, after you've been promiscuous, then you want to package it up and force monogamy on him when you got to live your life. Like I said in the last video, that's what they want to do. Find this top tier guy that had to fight tooth and nail to become, and you want him to accept your promiscuous past and still be monogamous to you. Delusional. It won't happen.
Absolutely. I know very good men.
Would you deem them high value men?
Oh, absolutely. Successful.
You know, very high value men. And why aren't you with them then? Why aren't you with those guys then?
Everything that I listed earlier, 100%.
And they don't cheat.
Okay. And if these guys list all these things that you listed earlier, and they're high value guys, as you say, and they don't cheat, why aren't you with them then? See, you don't listen to what they say. We listen to what they do. Why aren't you with those guys?
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I would have asked you.
Why is it funny? No, seriously, this guy is so toxic, and the only kind of people that listen to his kind of his advice are broke men or heartbroken men that are insecure.
See what they say? That's a shaming language they use. You hear that? He's a very toxic. Listen, they always tell you toxic when you got standards. It's okay for them to have standards, right? Not want a broke guy, to not choose a guy that's short over something he can't control, like his height, right? Or he's not attractive enough, right? Or his dick ain't big enough, right? He don't make enough money. They got all these things, right? It's okay for them to have standards, but when we got standards, it's met with toxic. We're toxic and controlling. Notice what she said. He's toxic and controlling. He's always toxic and controlling when a man got standards and he set boundaries with a woman because he worked hard for everything he got. And he's not going to just let you come around and do what you want to do. There's always he's toxic and controlling. Translation, he won't allow me to extract resources from him and still exercise the right to participate in bad girl behavior that's conducive to cheating and infidelity in the marriage. That's what they want to be able to do, man. It's always met with being toxic and controlling every time. I'm going to rewind that because something else I want to speak on.
I think that if a man has options, I can't believe you're poisoning the youth on YouTube.
Why is he shouting?
The idea that a woman can sleep with as many people as she wants just because she wants to is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Every man knows it and every woman knows it. Women should not do that. And the whole idea and the whole concept that females can adopt the promiscuity of males, because males have always been promiscuous. Right?
But there's actually a lot of men that are like good, loyal men, just so you know.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know very good men.
There's a lot of good loyal men, not the kind that you would want to be with, though.
Would you deem them high value men?
Oh, absolutely. Successful, everything that I listed earlier, 100%.
And they don't cheat, right?
Yeah. It's possible.
He's laughing because he knows it's bullshit. That's why he's laughing.
Why is it funny? No, seriously, this guy is so toxic, and the only kind of people that listen to his his advice are broke men or heartbroken men that are insecure.
See, it's always broke man, heartbroken men, or men are insecure that listen to that. No man listen to that, they know the truth. He's a rich guy, man. He understands. He's been around men who got money, men that got wealth, men that got resources. He know the game. It's so crazy that these women sit here with these successful guys. They're telling you what men like them like, and you're still fighting against it. You don't know, but you know who do know? The guy that's the man who's actually around the guy and see how those men move, and yet still you don't want to listen to them. If these guys were high value, like you say they were good men, they were faithful men, why aren't she with any of them? That's what I would have asked her. If that's the case, why aren't you with them then? If they're so good and faithful and they got their money on point, right? Why aren't you with them? Don't listen to what they say, it's what they do. Now, all of a sudden, it's toxic, it's controlling, men are heartbroken and broke. You see how triggered she is? These are words of deflection because they don't want to be held accountable. That's all it is. She'll try to tell you, you broke, you heartbroken, you upset. Guess what? I'm not a broke guy. I'm not a heartbroken guy. I'm not an upset guy. But guess what? I subscribe to what he's saying because I am RP aware. I understand women nature and I have a nice sense of how the world works. And what he is saying is facts. I'm not sitting here mad about a girl being promiscuous. I don't care. Sleep with as many guys as you want to if that's what you want to do. But don't expect a man like myself. Don't expect a man like Andrew Tate. Don't expect a top tier guy that got his stuff on point to take you serious and give you his last name in relationship. People have a brand. These men are brands. So when you go out and displaying these behaviors, guess what it is? It's conducive to devaluing a brand. If a man like this, right, build something successful. Let's say Andrew Tate locked in arms. I'm not saying he would. He locked in arms and he decided he wanted to, it was a big deal on the table, right? He built something big. It was on the table and he was going to lock in to join forces with Apple, right? $400 million on the line. Before Apple go into business with him, before he go into business with Apple, you think they're not going to do research on each other? You think Apple ain't going to dig up shit that's going on? Apple dig it up and see that he with a woman. Let's just say he see that Andrew Tate's with a female that's very promiscuous. She's all over OnlyFans, sucking off different dudes, Pornhub, on the computer, ass naked pictures, right? Apple has a brand. They have an image. You think they're going to put their $400 million on the line with him or $300 million on the line with him? You think they're going to join forces and make a deal when they got this? He got a woman. If he had a woman displaying in these bad girl behaviors and it was hitting the surface, anything that's going to hurt their brand, they're going to pull out. This is why men cannot be with girls who display and promiscuous behaviors. Now, if you have a promiscuous past as a female, but guess what? It's not on the surface. It's not in between this man's workforce, and it's not nothing that's going to ruin his brand. Then guess what? That's a different story. It's not about body count. It's about a man's brand and his respect and not being embarrassed, and you not ruin potential opportunities for him to excel in life and build more businesses. You see what I'm saying, y'all? That's what they don't understand. We don't care about the body count because we don't know about the body count. Just don't be a hoe that's fucked everybody that's around us. Our friends, our family, the people that we do business with have thought behavior that's on the surface. Cannot be a man about to do business with Apple or any big brand, and then you got a woman that's out here displaying a promiscuous behavior and it's on the surface. Apple's going to pull out. They're not about to join forces with somebody that's going to ruin what they took years and years to build. They're making so much money, they're going to pull out. Too much money on the line. Reputation, a brand. That's what they don't understand. You want somebody to accept all that bullshit. We not complaining about body counts, but what we are not going to accept is girls who have body count characteristics, high body count characteristics. She's distributing it right on the surface. Clubs, late night clubs, girls trips, whole lot of drinking, whole lot of drugs. These are all traits that are conducive to bad girl behavior, what leads to embarrassment and infidelity, man.
I think that if a man has options over a long enough time frame, he's going to eventually probably explore one of them options. Now, I'm not saying he's going to love another woman.
Facts.
I'm saying that when a man's in love, he only loves one girl. I agree with that. I believe in love. I believe a man cares about a chick. I believe a man should take care of a woman. I believe he should come home to the same place every day. I believe all those things. However, I think if a man truly has options, truly, that both the man and the woman understand that at some point he's going to explore those options.
No, listen.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Any guy who's never had the opportunity to be with have an opportunity to exercise options with the type of women that he truly desires, when that opportunity comes, he's definitely gonna partake in some of it, at least a little bit, right? I remember a long time ago, it was a show on TV called The Game, right? And that dude he came to the football league, San Diego, and he's with one of the twins from T and Tamara. They was in a relationship together. He was faithful for a very long time, but he got big. He became a big wide receiver. And what happened at some point? He sunk like the Titanic. Guess what he did? He had sex with another woman. It's ingrained in a man. It's almost impossible for a guy for you to become extremely successful, be around hot, attractive women all the time that you never could get before, that you desire, and they're consistently coming at you left to right every single night. You got hundreds and thousands of beautiful, attractive girls that you truly desire. Keep trying you. How long is it going to be before you actually give in? It's a fact, man.
If I'm with you, do you think I'm going to allow you to explore other options? It's either
allow him. He's going to do whatever he want to do. That's how I know, man. That's how I know she ain't never been with no top tier dude before. You can clearly tell. She never been with a guy that's extremely rich and have options. She probably done fucked a few guys and went out with a few dudes, had money who lied to her. She don't really know the truth for real. See, she ain't never really dealt with no masculine, attractive, top tier dude. She haven't. Not as far as a relationship. She have not. Maybe she had sex with one, but you can clearly tell women who actually been with top tier men and got their stuff together, who are very masculine and great leaders and respected members of society, understand exactly how those men work, and she don't. I can tell.
you're with me or you're not, go be single then.
Cool.
Like what? But realistically, what self-respecting woman is going to sit there and tolerate you?
I don't cheat. I don't cheat. I'm a good man. I don't cheat.
What woman is going to? If you have all these other options.
No.
Because I tell you what's more powerful, what's more alpha, and what's more attractive, and what's more high value is a man that can respect his woman, love her, not cheat on her, not disregard her, not see himself above her, not see him as, she's his slave or anything like that.
I agree with the slave part. He don't have to see her as his slave, right? But a man who can have other women are attracted to that. Y'all listen, all the men who don't have options are the men that they overlook all the time. So that's where I disagree. It's called pre-selection. Y'all need to see that other women want the kind of guy that y'all with. That makes y'all feel like y'all getting something. That makes you more attracted to him when you see that there's other women that he can fuck and other women that wants him. Yes, that's cap. No woman want to be with no man that no other woman want to be with. No woman wants to be with a man that no other woman don't want to be with. Facts. That is the truth, man. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna play a little bit more, but then I'm gonna get out of here soon.
Her as an equal, treat her with respect, and put on that's more powerful, a partnership, two people, not, oh, I'm a man, I have options, I'm going to explore them. Listen, if you're a cheater, you're a cheater. If you're a loyal person, you're a loyal person.
Men and women show loyalty different majority of the time. He can cheat on you, but he still be willing to die, protect you, and still love you and make sure that you're good. You see what I'm saying? Their way of showing loyalty is different. Because he can go out, cheat on you, still love you, protect you, be willing to die for you. Look at all our great leaders, right? All the great leaders, the Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings, Barack Obama's, LeBron James. We can go on and go on and go on, right? All the kings back in the day, right? One thing, Malcolm X. Well, we'll go back to Martin Luther King, one of the great leaders in the Black society, right? Martin Luther King had bitches. Powerful men have other women. It's been going on since the beginning of time. But see, these women got this monogamy indoctrinated in their mind because that's what society sells them. The fantasy, the Disney fairy tale. That's not how it works. Not going to be with a man that's extremely powerful to have resources and think you're going to only be the only female. It's not going to happen, man. It just don't exist. And if you're okay with being with an average dude, out of lack of necessity, he won't cheat, then that's what you do. Be with him. You won't get the lifestyle. You live a mediocre life. You got to pick and choose. Just like a guy can't be broke and fat, lazy, and get a beautiful woman that's feminine, cooperative, that's going to get with his program. It won't happen. It's pros and cons on both sides. You got to pick and choose what's more important to you as a woman. You got a choice to make. What's more important to you? They don't understand that, though. It's going to happen. Say you got a top tier guy. If you know what it takes to get one and retain him, guess what? It's going to happen. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, LeBron James. Come on, man. Great man, great leaders. Kevin Hart, one of the biggest comedians of all time. Extremely rich dude. He's on Shark Tank now. And guess what? Even he failed and synced. Even he cheated. Got too much power, man. Guys are going to exercise options. It's going to happen. A man can only be so human. Think thousands and thousands and thousands of attractive women that he truly desires going to constantly be at his neck every single day and night. And he going to turn all those women down for the rest of his life and be with you. If you're a female out there and you believe that, you are fucking delusional. It's not going to happen. We're not here to hate women. We're not here to shame promiscuous women. But as a man, just understand the game, being able to see it and decide whether or not I want to have a woman in my life. You could be promiscuous. Cool. But guess what? Man won't take you serious. Recreational use only. A man will respect himself, have value, and guess what? Is RP aware and understand woman nature? He won't take you serious. He either won't talk to you or you'll be recreational use only. We don't hate girls to go do what they want to do. Go out and be who you want to be. You want to be that kind of female? That's your problem. If you want to go out and be promiscuous and not think about the long-term effects of your decision making, go ahead. We're not going to sit back there and be mad at you because you want to go out and explore your options. Go ahead. Oh, you think you can compete with guys? Go ahead. Sure. We already know that you can. Y'all got a substantial amount of options and y'all can sleep with who y'all want. You ain't got to prove yourself to us. Prove yourself to us. Go be that woman. But the real men that respect themselves, the masculine man, the men that are RP aware, that got their stuff together, had to really work on themselves and develop themselves, he gonna get the best kind of woman he can get. He gonna get the pick of the litter. And guess what? He gonna pick women who took the time and reserved their value and respected themselves, then go out and participate in bad girl behavior that was conducive to cheating, and they are feminine, cooperative, and they provide peace, and they're loyal. That's the woman he's gonna choose. He's not gonna overlook all of those barriers. I mean, all of those qualities to go be with a promiscuous girl. Not only she's promiscuous, but she's had sex with a lot of people around you, people that you do business with. He's not gonna choose her. You're just not. And I'm not speaking on body count. I'm strictly speaking on women who show on the surface their promiscuous past. That's what I'm speaking on. Now, I say you a female who's been promiscuous, but guess what? You figure the game out and you understand what men actually want, and you ain't been out here having sex with all these guys that he know that's around him, and you able to package it, market it up to a guy and be feminine, cooperative, and still have your ability to pair bond. Hey, you're one of the very few. I salute those to you. If you pulled it off and you can market it to a guy and lock down a guy that you respect and admire, by all means, go for it. This ain't a body count thing. We don't know women body counts, but it's the behaviors that you display in that we not into. I'm not talking about body count. I'm talking about the behavior that I'm not going to tolerate. Men that respect themselves, who build for themselves, is not going to tolerate. That's what we're talking about. But listen, y'all, man, that's all I got to say about that, man. Listen, y'all want to watch the rest of the video? Y'all know where to find it. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. That's all I got to say about this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne Wade. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no